How's it going, everybody? We are back here at Doug's Bicycle and we are building up the 2022 Stump Jumper Evo Pro. This thing is bound to be a sick bike. Haven't looked too deeply at it, but should be sand with Kashima coat, carbon wheels, all that fancy stuff. So let's get it out of the box and up into the stand and get some of this going. Out of the box, we can actually see the color of this bike. Big SWAT pocket right there. Should be pretty sick. Let's get it up into the stand. So this bike here is actually one of the owner's bikes, and we won't be using some of the parts that come on the bike. They will be used for this video just to show the bike in its full stock form. So stuff like this really sick bike yoke dropper post is not going to be used because he has an access post on one of his stump jumpers at the moment. So that is going to move over to this bike. But for now, we are going to put that on there just with no cable. So we're going to pull this cable right out of the bike. It goes down there and, you know, comes out over here. But it's not going to be needed for what we're doing, so bye-bye. We got the post into the minimum exertion, and man, this is a long post. You know, you could drop that, but geez, look how long that is. That is a sick stem. So now we've got all the packaging off. We still have to worry about taking the dork disc off the back there. But we've unwrapped the handlebars where we can see that it doesn't have any of the grips on there, which I think are going to be over in one of those boxes. And down here we've got some mounts for this little fender right here that it comes with, which is pretty sick. So we'll get that on. Got to get on the shifter. Got to take that off. And gotta put this on. Yeah. Battery cover? I'll do that. So we're trying to figure out how to put this fender on. You can kind of see how large those holes are. Well, the back side of the fork here has these little things on it, which seem like a little valve with that plastic ring on it. And they actually come right outside of the fork. And I mean, that's the inside of the fork, but it seems that you can actually pop that plastic O-ring off and this thing should slide right over top of it. Kind of like that one right there. The fender's looking pretty sick on there though. Got to get these bolts in there and tighten those. But yeah, it's good to go. So now we've got the fork and the fender on there. We can worry about getting the front wheel on. And the front wheel axle actually has the old downhill style clamp to it, which is going to make this bike even more badass, really. Good looking, good racing. So it's a little thicker diameter this side, so you get the clamping force on it. A $12,000 bike does not need a dork disc. This is not needed. So chuck it at Liam. Dork disc is gone. Looks like we can get a battery into this derailleur. Get a shifter on the handlebar. Start doing some of the gear work. Yeah. All right, so this is the axis shifter. This thing is crazy looking. Got to get it up onto the bike. The battery was dead, so I had to go grab one off of another bike just to do some of the testing. So it just goes in there, clip that shut. Take your little cage, which you probably don't really need to put on there right now, but we will. Done. And we have the shifter up on the bike. Just got to wake everything up and start going through the gears. So we got the shifter on. We have it paired to the rear derailleur. However, right now, we need to charge the batteries. Got the battery in the charger. Get that going. We'll check back in a few minutes when that has some more energy. What a sick bike though. So these bars come stock at 800. There's the cut marks there to cut them down to 750 if you wanted to, but I don't know why you would. Still waiting on the batteries, but I think right now I'm going to get the grips on. And then we pretty much can weigh the bike, but I'll try to see if that battery is going to be charged enough to set some limits and go from there. So we got the shifter off the bike so I can show you guys how wireless this actually is. So I'm going to get Liam just to pedal the bike, and then we're going to, if I can somehow, hit this shifter. That's pretty crazy. I don't know if I'll be able to go up. Oh yeah. That's pretty sick. Struggle. We got the SWAT in there. We got the grips on. Had to step over the shifter, get some clearance so now it actually works. You can press both buttons. It doesn't run into the collar of the grip. But yeah, this bike is good to go. Only thing we're waiting on is dropper post so we can get the axis dropper on this side and be a full wireless bike except for the brakes, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, let's give it away. 3103, not too bad. Not too bad. So now we've got this whole bike together, we're going to take it down and go outside and do some of those little glamour shots. So I hope you guys enjoyed the bike. Don't forget to subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.